And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk program. Oh man, Blackrock's doing it big. Telling you what, the world's biggest asset under management company is now going to launch 2 tokenized crypto platforms. Now, what's the difference between like a crypto and a tokenization? Brand new people. The tokenization is when you get real world objects, things, and you put them into a crypto form. For instance, Bitcoin. If you hold a Bitcoin, what is it worth? Technically, nothing. BlackRock already has something called BUIDL, B-U-I-D-L. It's like holding money market accounts. It's like holding money, basically what it is. We are going to see today the biggest company in the world with assets under management. Look at what they're doing. I don't care about crypto laws. They're not caring about crypto laws. They're not caring about whatever's going on in the government. BlackRock's going to do its thing, and I'm going to copycat them, and I'm going to be rich, okay? That's what our goal here is on Crypto Hulk Show. Let's follow the giants, and let's try to do what the giants do, all right? Let's work with the cryptos that the giants are working with. That's what I try to do here. Chris Sharpie's like, well, I thought holding Bitcoin or having Bitcoin was like holding a turd. But anyways, carry on. Carry on, my wayward. All right, Crypto Hulk, could you get back into the 2020s, please, and get out of the 70s? Shut up. BlackRock launches 2 tokenized money market funds for stablecoin reserves. Oh, my God. My name's Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about financial advice. Don't even buy anything I tell you to buy. Don't sell anything I tell you to sell. Be the worst thing you ever do. Let's get into the news. The BlackRock Daily Reinvestment Stablecoin Reserve Vehicle. Isn't that a mouthful? The BRSRV. The BlackRock Daily Reinvestment Stablecoin Reserve Vehicle. If you're from the South, like Texas, vehicle. Actually, what is that, Arkansas or something? They call it a vehicle. Could you please exit the vehicle? All right. The Stablecoin Reserve Vehicle is a newly launched fund. Everybody, BlackRock is launching these things, and they're not giving a fuck about the Democrats and the crypto laws and shit. They're not caring. They are not caring. This is a newly launched fund. While the on-chain shares of the BlackRock Select Treasury-based liquidity fund establishes a tokenized share class for an existing product. Oh my God, they're taking off with this, man. It's all starting right now. The BSRV joins a list of funds launched by the likes of Morgan Stanley, State Street, and Fidelity, where, now listen to this, where stablecoin issuers can park reserves to generate income. Interesting. Stablecoin issuers, they're going to get it, but you and me can't get interest on stablecoins, but they are going to be allowed to. Do you see what's going on? But wait a second. Isn't that going to be bad for the banking industry? Remember all that dumb shit the banks are telling us? I want you to see how absurd this is and how these government people that we have, both sides, Republicans and Democrats, why aren't they calling this out? Here we have stablecoin issuers parking their stablecoins to generate income. Well, isn't that called staking on stablecoins? But wait, no. Isn't the bank saying that this is so bad? Why are they allowed to do it? If you and me can't stake because it's bad for the banking system, then how the fuck are they supposed to be allowed to stake? You see what I'm talking about? Caught them in a lie. None of our government people give a shit about us. The Crypto Hulk, aren't you Republican? Yeah. And you're saying that? Yeah. Look, man. I run a fact-based channel. I don't give a fuck what side you're on, honestly. It's just like with crypto. I'll buy it and I'll sell it. I'm not married to these cryptos. There's no loyalty between me and the cryptos. We don't have a relationship. I'm not trying to be like, I want to meet the XRP community. That's so fucking, when I hear people like that, it sounds like they're the biggest fucking dick sucker on the planet. I want to join a community of people. I want to see my friends. I want to meet up every year and I want to go to a Ripple cheerleading party, even though Ripple's not for individual people. Well, it's just so embarrassing. I'm not even going to talk about that dumb shit anymore. These people are so fucking stupid. The BRSRV joins a list of funds. We got that. Let's go to the next paragraph here. Blackrock, the world's largest asset manager, has expanded its crypto footprint. Oh, I'm sorry, tokenization footprint. They mean the same thing. With the launch of 2 new on-chain money market products. This happened on Monday. Oh, God. The on-chain shares of the Blackrock Select Treasury-based liquidity fund and the Blackrock Daily Reinvestment Stablecoin Reserve Vehicle. That's so fucking stupid to have it that long. Aim to blend the liquidity and principal stability of regulated traditional money market funds. They're blending money market funds with the operation of crypto, everybody. Are you hear me? They're taking traditional money market funds, tokenizing them, and turning them into crypto right in front of your eyes. And what are all the brokies doing? They look at the price and nothing's happening. Oh, must be a dud. Like think of a firework, right? Instead of the fireworks taking off, you light it and it doesn't do anything. The brokies have no concept. Oh, they're like, yeah, BlackRock's doing all that, but the price isn't even going up. I'm looking at it here. Man, that's a nothing burger. The price isn't going up. I don't need to listen to this news at all. I don't need to know what cryptos are involved in this. The prices aren't even going up. And that's all the brokey knows. No price, no buy. Then one day, everything that's hidden becomes not hidden, put on the blockchain. They take it out of the dark pools. They take it on chain. It used to be on ledgers that are off chain. They're going to put all this on, and then overnight, before you know it, in a split second, the cryptos skyrocket. And then they say, Monica, yeah, they just lost it all. All these chart analysis people, they're going to get you so fucking booty wrecked. Your booty's going to be the size, your booty hole is going to be the size of a softball. That's what's going to happen. Yep, because the chart analysis dumb shit people have no concept of dark pools and private ledgers. Market cap doesn't mean anything. These dumb shits, all this is happening off chain. No one can see any of the stuff that's going on now. It's all private. But one day it's going to be exposed. And then the crypto prices skyrocket. And then you are so fucked because you were watching chart analysis people. You were waiting for the signal, the inverted cross and the double Fibonacci. Yeah. Sucks being you. The rest of us get all crazy rich, right? Because on Crypto Hulk Show, we don't follow chart analysis. We don't look at the trend lines and that dumb shit, okay? We invest with fundamental research done by yours truly, and we just wait. It's that easy. Like a fucking retard could do this shit, actually. You could have like somebody who's really fucked up and just copycat my show. Don't copy trade me, but you could. And there you go. But some people just have more important things to do. Yeah. So they're going to take regulated traditional money market funds and turn it into crypto. That's what they're doing. For institutional investors. Regulated traditional money market funds with the operational efficiencies of blockchain technology. Oh my God. What are they going to invest in, Crypto Hulk, in this fund? They're going to invest in cash, short-term treasuries, and overnight repo agreements collateralized by United States treasuries. And then they're going to tokenize these and turn them into money, like value. That's what they're doing. They're taking all these things and turning it into tokens. Oh my God. Just thought I'd let you know. Cash remains a foundational block for investors, corporations, and financial institutions. As demand grows for high-quality reserve assets to support stable coins and other tokenized financial assets, these funds provide clients with additional choice in how they access and use money market fund investment solutions. Here, listen to this. You're going to like it. The move comes amid a boom in Wall Street tokenization. Everybody, Wall Street's hooking up. But Crypto Hulk, I just don't see any price increases because, listen up again, dummy. You got dark pools in private ledgers. You're not going to see it. They're doing all of this tokenization privately. You will not see it in the chart analysis, okay? There's a Wall Street tokenization boom. They're telling us right now. You're not seeing it because it's not on chain. Got it? That's why all these brokies, reality's going to hit them hard. These coins, man, we're going to be so rich. BlackRock's first tokenized money market fund is called BIDL. It's designed to maintain the stable price of $1 while generating interest from safe investments. Now, right now, the BIDL project has over $2.6 billion in assets under management. Oh, tokenized treasuries. Listen to this. Tokenized treasuries over the past year went from $721 million to $16 billion. That's a 20x growth, everybody. Oh, man. Got to get in early. Knowledge is power. That's why these people are getting this Crypto Hulk memberships. They're calling me on the phone. Crypto Hulk, what are you trading out of? If you're a member of the $200 a month club, I just sent out what I'm doing right now. I got out of some cryptos and I got into one. So I can tell you right meow. Let me send out a text. Right now, I'm going to send out a text on the Telegram group. I sold off some smaller cryptos, not all of them. So what I'm doing is this. This is business. This is trading. Stuff happens fast. People that act quick are the ones that get out and get in on stuff fast. Not having information until like the next day, wow, things can totally change in one day. Like when we got into the rise crypto, I made an announcement. This crypto is going to go up to like over over a penny. And it did. The rise crypto went from being $3,200 for $1 million. Like I was telling people, it's going to go up. 2 days later, $25,000. Oh man. Had you been a member, you could have sold off and made like 20 grand profits after everything. Straight up profit, $20,000. $200 a month. 20,000. How many months of Crypto Hulk is that? How many, like 7 years? You just made like 6 years of Crypto Hulk membership fees right there in that one trade. Nope. I don't want to get a Crypto Hulk membership. Okay, don't get it then. And guess what? As we get closer to this, the money's gonna. Oh man. See, we're not. I'm not here for $20,000. Some people that sold off for $20,000, good, congratulations. But I'm here for like millions. I need like $2 million, honestly. So that's what I'm here for. Just so I let you know. That's just the start. I need my house and my car need to be about close to 1.7 mil. And then I want about 200,000 or 300,000 in cash left over. I need to make $2 million. That's just on like one of my cryptos. Okay. So that's kind of where I'm at. Crypto Hulk, what's your exit strategy? $2 million. That's just the start. What's your full exit strategy? I don't know, 50, 70 million, something like that. Meanwhile, let's see here. Several firms have launched tokenized funds specifically geared for stablecoin reserve management. Do you see why all this stablecoin shit kept coming up with crypto? Because they want to make the money off stablecoins, not you. Are you seeing this? Look right here. They're all going to make money. Morgan Stanley, State Street, Fidelity, Blackrock, and more and more and more. That's why they don't want you. Now you're starting to see this, huh? They don't. Oh, it's bad for the banking system. Oh, it's bad for the bank. Well, then why the fuck are they having it? Oh, Crypto Hulk, you're right. They want to have stable coins. They want to park it somewhere so they can earn interest, not you and me. What they want you and me to do is give our stable coins to them to invest, just like it is now. The banks make $100 off of our money and they give us half a penny. Just like right now. The banks are saying, oh, this is dangerous. It's going to cause people to debank. Well, how are these businesses doing all that? How are these businesses having stable coins for yield and we can't? Isn't that bad for the banking system? Damn right it is. This is all bad, everybody. Now, why am I not giving a fuck about this? Because we're going to look now what cryptos are involved. But we're going to look at like, what is the trend? What is happening? Let me check the comment section here real quick. This will be the Grok deep dive. My kid's mom cost me over 20 grand in court. I'm trying to buy crypto over here. So that's where the Anderson advisors come in. You could start an organization, an LLC, maintain it properly, make sure you do your minutes every 3 months, do some minutes or whatever, because it's got to look like, if you buy something with the, like, what I'm trying to do is I'm going to get like a home loan to fix part of my house. So I'm going to put that in the minutes. Like, I'm getting the loan and then the business is going to pay me back. So I'm putting that in my minutes. So one day down the road, someone will be like, oh, well, you're the one who paid. You got the refinance on your house. I mean, for the HELOC loan. And I'll be like, yeah, I got it. But if you look in my minutes, the corporation will be paying me back. So no, I'm not commingling funds. It's very clear in the minutes that I will put down, I will get the HELOC loan of whatever it is, let's say $50,000, and then the corporation will be paying me back at $500 a month for the next X amount of months until said $50,000 is paid off. There you go. So what you do when you run your business is make sure you do all your minutes correctly. And it looks like a business. Because if you're not doing any of that shit, the baby's mom is going to take half your crypto because they will call your LLC a sham, a fraud. So talk to your yeah, but then you got community property. Your wife's name doesn't need to be on the LLC. She can still take half. What they'll try to do is prove that you don't really have an LLC because you didn't maintain it legally. You didn't do the things a normal business does. Therefore, I forgot what they call it. All they got to prove is you didn't run your LLC like an LLC, and then she can take half. So you need to contact the Anderson people on the Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5 or whatever it is. Go in the Platinum Knowledge Room and listen and learn. Ask questions about how are all the ways that I can do to keep my LLC legal so that people will look at it as a legitimate business instead of a fraud. So that's how it worked. Another thing is if your business is not done correctly, you don't do your minutes every month or every 3 months or whatever you have to do. Let's say you're driving down the road. Let's say you're single. You're driving down the road, bam, you hit somebody. Oh, shit, you ran over a person. Maybe you were drinking and driving. Uh-oh. Then they examine, well, how do you make money every month? The LLC. Well, I could turn that off and not make any more money through the LLC and, do something else. Then what the district attorney is going to do is look at your LLC. Oh, that's not a real LLC. You're not doing the minutes every month. Oh, shit. Now they take half your business. So I'm just telling you, that's why you call up Anderson, you watch the Platinum Knowledge Room, you ask the questions when they talk about real estate law, whatever it is, going at the right hour. That's why we have the Crypto Hawk lawyer for this channel, because some people aren't going to do their LLC correctly, and you're going to end up losing all your crypto. I borrowed against my property and I claim the loan interest back, then reinvest the tax return I get from it. So you borrowed against the property and I claim the loan. Jeffrey Gaylord, crypto allowance for the Hulk. Oh, sweet. Right on. Dude, stop asking about the haircut, okay? I'm not trying to do all that. I'm going to put you on a timeout. All right. Now, let's go to the deep dive here. What is Grok saying about all this? BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager. Oh, wait, now they got 15 trillion under assets. It used to be 12 trillion under assets. Now they got 15. Oh, man. Blackrock was started in 1988. That's the year I graduated high school. Larry Fink, he's the chairman. You know what Larry Fink's vocal about? Larry Fink says, the next generation for markets will be tokenization of securities. Oh, well, that means the DTCC. And the DTCC is working with Canton Coin. And who tokenizes on the Canton network? That's the Rise token. Now, the DTCC is a partner of Stellar. Oh, man. And the DTCC, to get money in and out of stock markets, that requires SWIFT. Now, Swift's work with Hyperledger Besu. That's IBM and Stellar. But guess who also Swift's working with? For a whole year, they tested the Linnea platform. And Linux now owns Linnea because Swift's going to be using that technology to incentivize, to move all this money around in the world and stuff. There we go. It's going to require all those cryptos right there. And you got Larry Fink here talking about tokenization is going to be the future. That's crypto, everybody, in the stock markets right here. And if we look here at the key leadership, you got Robbie Mitchnick. Who is he? He's the global head of crypto at Blackrock. Now, where did Robbie used to work before that? At Ripple. So that Ripple is going to be heavily used by Blackrock. The XRP. Now, BlackRock's using Ethereum, Solana, and Tempo. We already talked about Tempo. That's into zero hash, and you got Zebex mixed up and all that. We got Avalanche, Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimism, Aptos, BNB Chain, and others. Wormhole is all up in this. Let's see. Now, it's really funny. I did a Grok search here about BlackRock and this article, and Ondo doesn't come up at all. Grok is trying to hide it, everybody. Let me tell you something about this Grok. Every day I got to fucking correct Grok. Now, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here. And we're going to go back, but I asked Grok about this article in BlackRock and all this Biddle stuff, whatever. Okay. And then I said to Grok, you mentioned Wormhole above. How do you not mention Ondo and Axelar? Grok says, fair point. Now listen to this. Notice, I asked Grok about the article. It talks all about Biddle and all these other cryptos, Aptos and shit we just got. And then, but nothing about Ondo and Axelar. So I asked Grok, what the hell, right? Grok's like, oh, fair point. Listen to this. Ondo deserved more explicit weight given how central it is to Biddle. Are you kidding me? You see how fucking stupid Grok is? He's not smart, okay? Grok's not smart. Grok's a fucking retard, okay? Every fucking day, I got to correct that stupid asshole, right? So, fair point. Ondo deserved more explicit weight, given how central it is to Biddle. Well, no shit, Sherlock Holmes. What a fucking dumbass. And Axelar is a reasonable question in the interoperability layer. Grok just totally doesn't even mention Ondo and Axelar. Wow. Okay, so we'll go back to the BlackRock. Let's look at their blockchain stack. I already talked about the players involved. You've got Anchorage Digital, BitGo, Fireblocks, Copper, Uniswap, I'm just cherry picking this deep dive here. BNY Mellon is involved for transfer agent and tokenization provider. BNY Mellon's oldest bank, BNY Mellon Ripple partner. August 4th. Now, we got Wormhole in here. Ripple stablecoins involved in this. Chainlink. JP Morgan. Franklin Templeton. Franklin Templeton just became a super validator on the Canton network. Franklin Templeton, Stellar partner. We've got Centrifuge crypto involved in this. CFG, Centrifuge crypto's involved with this. Where are we up to now? 4 or 5 cryptos now? Here's the summary of that article. So Grok says BlackRock is executing the most scaled, the most regulated push by any traditional asset manager into the tokenized cash and treasury products. BlackRock leverages 15 trillion in assets under management, existing cash franchise, regulatory relationships, and technology like Securitize, BNY Mellon, which is Ripple, Connexus, which is JP Morgan. BlackRock is positioning itself as what? Here we go. The default high-quality reserve and liquidity provider. Oh my God, for the world. For the expanding stablecoin and on-chain institutional ecosystem. BlackRock is positioning itself as the default. Like, you go right to them first, okay? That's what they're getting set up with. Stablecoins, crypto, all of this. I don't care the prices aren't going up. I know where this ends up. Whenever they decide answer the question, think like this. Here's how I think. Who the hell am I to say, well, why don't they take off? Why aren't these crypto prices? Who the fuck am I? In this whole ecosystem of the world, who the fuck am I? Nobody. I'm fucking nobody. That's who I am, okay? How are you? I just want you to think, who the fuck are you? Like, you're obviously nobody, just like me, because you're watching my show. If you were somebody, you wouldn't watch my show. You already have 50, 100, $200 million. You wouldn't need to watch my show. So somebody who's a brokey, how the fuck are you asking, like, why don't they just take off? You have no idea what's going on that other side. That's why I don't trip. I'm not getting all worried, but Crypto Hulk, I need money. I don't know. Go become a male prostitute or something. I don't know. Do whatever you got to do. It's not my fucking concern. I'm just getting so frustrated, Crypto Hulk. Okay, what the fuck you going to do, man? Run your fucking mouth? It's the only thing. You're going to go see a therapist. Get some mental help. Try yoga. Hot yoga, okay? Go to an all-male hot yoga class, okay, where you help other guys stretch. Maybe that's what the fuck you need to do, because I'm not trying to hear all your dumb shit, okay? All righty, Crypto Hulk, that was quite interesting. A little bit questionable, but considering you have good information on your show, I'll let it go, slip past me this time. Some of you are eating dinner when you watch my show. You just kind of spit your food out. Now you're going to have to watch the porn channel for a little bit to get that shit out of your head. So yeah, BlackRock is positioning itself to be the default global liquidity provider. That's massive. So we talked about Ondo and Axelar because Grok never brought it up. So Grok's like, yeah, I should have talked about it. How do you have a whole big thing on Biddle and not once mention Ondo and Axelar? I'm just like, wow. You mentioned Wormhole at least. This is the more material omission. Ondo, which are Ondo short-term U.S. government treasuries, has used BlackRock's Biddle as a primary underlying reserve asset since shortly after March 2024. Ondo was an early and large mover of capital into Biddle, tens to nearly $100 million in the first weeks and months. OUSG, which is Ondo's financing, how Ondo finances it, they use OUSG, offers lower minimums, automated stablecoin, mint redeem flows, and better 24/7 liquidity characteristics than pure traditional fund rails would allow. They're using BNY Mellon for custody. That's Ripple. Ondo continues to hold meaningful Biddle allocations alongside other tokenized money market funds like Franklin Templeton, Wisdom Tree, Fidelity, etc. Biddle functions as foundational infrastructure that Ondo builds product wrappers and distributions on top of. In short, BlackRock and Securitize provide the regulated tokenized treasury primitive. Ondo packages and distributes it. This is one of the clearest build-on-Biddle relationships in the real-world asset space. Axelar. Axelar is active in cross-chain messaging and has broader real-world asset interoperability work. So Wormhole is a bridge specifically for like Biddle, and Axelar covers like the whole spectrum of everything, okay? Axelar sits more in the general cross-chain real-world asset infrastructure category. If newer Axelar integrations with Securitize or BlackRock products have appeared, okay, never mind. Ondo is the clearer gap in emphasis in the earlier summary. Thanks for the call out. Grok's like, thanks for the call out. Thanks for letting me know I didn't talk about Ondo or Axelar. I'm just like, wow. So there you go. There is that BlackRock deep dive right there. We got Coasty says we need to hear from Zoltar. Stephen Morris sent a high five for 100 jewels. YSN says, Hulk, I should probably know this, but is Ondo an ISO crypto? No, not that I'm aware of. ISO cryptos are more for like payment, I think, oriented to help facilitate payments. And Ondo is a crypto that's dealing with Blackrock's tokenization of treasuries. Okay. Let's go over next. Let's talk about Ondo. Oh, man. Ondo's in the news again. Yes, sirree. Let me do a copy and a paste. Ondo Finance weighs acquisition worth up to $500 million. The tokenized asset firm Ondo is considering buying a company that's worth anywhere from $250 million to $500 million. As Ondo accelerates crypto infrastructure. Oh gosh, this is good. Tokenized asset specialist Ondo Finance is evaluating a potential acquisition of between $250 to $500 million. The New York-based company is considering wealth tech targets. Now, I think I already read the story earlier this morning. Ondo's not really talking about this. We know that Ondo is getting into perps, okay? And Ondo might be purchasing some kind of company that deals with perps. That would be my guess, okay? Remember, Ondo went from having Ondo Chain, like they were trying to do Ondo Chain. They gave up on that idea and got into the Ondo network. Now, all of a sudden, we're hearing about Ondo doing perps, which is 1% of the stock market. They're doing future perps, perpetuals. I'll bet you Ondo's maybe ready to buy some kind of company that's already out. See, look, it's cheaper just to buy a company that's already doing this shit than for you to try to reinvent the wheel. So I'd be curious. I think that's what they're going to try to do is buy a company that's doing perpetuals and throw in their little Ondo magic with that. Ondo's a Blackrock partner. This could be very massive right here for Ondo. When they're going to buy, they're willing to spend up to $500 million to buy a company. They're being all quiet about what it is. It's going to be perps. That's what it's about, okay? So that'll be my bet. I could be wrong. Ondo Finance is a tokenized platform that brings traditional financial assets on chain. The company Ondo issues tokenized U.S. treasuries and stocks and has become one of the largest providers of tokenized real-world assets. Oh my God, that's good. As a fast-growing company, Ondo regularly evaluates the market as part of a normal business operation. We are not in conversations with any party at this time, an Ondo representative said. Okay, sure. So at the time of this right here, KeyRock, which is another company, KeyRock acquired Blockfill's trading and brokerage assets. Kraken spent $550 million on Bitnomial, and Bullish, that company called Bullish, they bought Equinity for $4.2 billion. Now, Ondo has raised $24 million in venture capital funding. They had a $10 million Ondo token sale. So now they're going to come up, probably have to raise $250 or $500 million. That's a crazy amount of money. Ondo, this makes Ondo one of crypto's most capital efficient infrastructure companies, despite managing billions of dollars in tokenized assets. So we look at Ondo Finance. Here's the deep dive for that article. We're going to learn a little bit about Ondo today, a little bit more. Ondo has $3.6 billion in assets under management, total value locked. It was founded in 2021. Key leadership, blockchain stack. Ondo perps. They are perpetual futures using tokenized real-world assets as collateral. They abandoned the Ondo chain, it says here. In July 2026, Ondo pivoted away from the Ondo chain and they're moving towards what's called an Ondo network instead. Their Ondo is going to become like an exchange. Oh, man, yep. An execution layer using secure hardware enclaves for high-speed, private, central exchange-like performance, plus decentralized multi-party attesters for verifiability and non-custodial key management. Settlement will remain on public blockchains. Sounds like Ondo is going to start some kind of an exchange or offer. Ondo's going to offer a service that acts like an exchange. That's what we got. That's going to drive the price of that Ondo crazy. Let's look through here. Gee. Ondo has stocks. It's ONDS. You can buy the OSD. It's a crypto as well. Ondo has a stock, which is a crypto. You can buy it on MetaMask or wherever. Yeah, Onsen, ONDS. It's like $6 or so, but it's a real stock and it's a real crypto at the same time. Ondo's a partner with the biggest companies, Blackrock, Franklin Templeton, State Street, all the top companies, all the top banks, JP Morgan, MasterCard, Broadridge. It's massive. Ondo is the clearest category leader. Ondo is one of the clearest category leaders in institutional real-world asset tokenization. Ondo provides strong product market fit, deep traditional finance partnerships like BlackRock, Fidelity, State Street. Oh, God, the biggest. Ondo's a partner with BlackRock. We could just stop right there. There's nothing bigger. The primary strengths of Ondo, it has institutional credibility, everybody. The biggest financial institutions in the world are already partners with Ondo. It doesn't need to do it. It doesn't need to make partners. It already has the biggest and best in the industry. That's one of Ondo's strengths. That's kind of right up there with Ripple and some of the top cryptos right there. I think, oh, on top of that, you got Patrick McHenry, former congressman. He's in charge of running ALGO. Patrick McHenry, that's a big deal. That guy used to be in charge of the House Financial Committee in the United States of America. He quit and went to work for ALGO. That's massive. He just up and left the government running. He was in charge of the money for our government, and he just ups and leaves and goes to work for ALGO. I mean, what does that tell you right there? That's pretty cool. That's extra cool, Crypto Hulk. Okay, I think that should be about. Let me check the comments. Okay. All right, that looks like it. I didn't see any particular questions I need to answer. And my next show, if I have one in the morning, it's going to be on my Patreon. So I'll let this show go to the entry level. Then after that, I'm going to hold it and wait till tomorrow, then release this show somewhere around, I don't know, 2 in the afternoon or something like that. So like a while from now. All right, that'll be it. I'll see y'all in the next one.